Arun Alagappan, the founder and president of Advantage Testing, joins us now to discuss what this means for students and the $1 billion test prep industry. Arun, welcome. Do the changes better fulfill the purpose of the exam, which is to test achievement and predict college performance, or is this just an attempt by the College Board to catch up with the ACT, a rival test that's gained prominence in recent years?
Well, first of all, thank you for having me. The SAT's changes have basically moved in the direction of, I think, greater rigor. And so what we have is evidence-based critical reading and writing. That's new. It used to be that the essay that was required on the test was one where you could essentially make up facts. And so that move is, I think, a good one. Another change has been to move toward fewer mathematical topics, but more rigorous ones. So a little bit deeper dip into the material.
I am loving this.
Continue, I know, this is like Tom's dream here. A big gripe among educators and families is that standardized tests like the SAT feed the intense coaching and tutoring that your company provides and gives a distinct advantage to wealthier kids. Is the U.S. becoming more like the rest of the world in that regard? I think of the cram schools in South Korea, for instance.
Well, I think long-term rigorous preparation is something that we ought to ask everyone in the society to engage in order not only to bolster credentials for admission to colleges, but also bolster preparedness. So whether one's wealthy or not, the expenditure of resources, time and money.
No, continue.
Time and money ought, I think, be better deployed in the service of education than, in my mind, other frivolous items.
I want to rip up the script here. We could go 3 hours on this morning. Harvard Outstanding Teaching Fellow, Harvard College, high above Cayuga's Waters, Cornell, and Princeton. This is a pretty elite group we've got on set here. No, I didn't go to school. I just got it off the back of a comic book. But Adam, this is a huge deal, and the key word here is rigor.
Rigor. I'm glad you said that, because I like the fact that it's getting more rigorous, but I'm troubled, Arun, that the essay is dropped in this 140-character world where but we don't have to express ourselves in complete sentences. Why are they dropping the ability to judge whether our young students can express themselves clearly?
Well, let's be clear about this. They are not dropping the essay. The essay is now an optional essay, and in fact, a better essay. It's a 50-minute essay instead of a 25-minute essay.
Thank you.
And it's also an essay based on text that they are giving you on the exam. So you have no ability to prepare in advance, really, other than to assess and analyze argument.
Aaron,
I think that's a very good thing.
I went through this combine with 3 kids. My summary is the following. It's all hot air. All the schools care about is the test scores. It's a huge weight to the SAT and the ACT. Is that going to change?
The emphasis on testing?
The emphasis on testing. The reality is these tests really matter.
Well, the tests matter, that's for sure. But just to put this into perspective, the tests ought to be regarded in conjunction with your academic records. There are too many A's being given out in high schools across the country, so you do need some standardizing metric.
And I think the tests matter less and less. I mean, what I love about the story is that this is a response. David Coleman is the CEO of the College Board, a very serious guy, McKinsey guy, Rhodes Scholar, Yale guy, an elite guy, worked his whole life in education. This is a response to the market. SAT losing to ACT, and colleges weighting the tests less and less. So I love this change. It's a market-based change.
Should we just rip up all of Bloomberg Television this morning?
I know. I think we could talk about this for hours. It's certainly something that I'm looking ahead to as my kids get older. All right. Thank you so much, Arun Alagappan, president and founder of Advantage Testing here in New York.